Hey guys.
Hey Jeff.
Hey. I'm Jeff. Joining me this week on the Black Mind Podcast is Allan. Also joining me this week is Josh.
Yep.
We have some topics to talk about, but
We want to do some E3 predictions other than EA because unfortunately we're recording this the day that EA did their showing, which is kind of like.
Let's run through EA very quickly. Battlefront V, meh. It has Battle Royale, meh. And then we have other crap, meh. More crap, meh. Respawn, yay. Making a Star Wars game, hooray! Start clapping. Yep.
I'm actually a little excited about that. I really am.
Let's continue clapping, Allan. Yay! Everyone, okay, now stop.
Fapping, Jeff. That's Josh's thing.
That's my gimmick. Stop it.
I'm clapping. I'm not fapping. Fapping sounds different.
A lot more slapping.
But yeah.
It's called Star Wars is called Jedi: The Fallen Order. Ooh. That's where that.
I'm excited.
That's where that meme came from. Okay.
And then we had Anthem come out.
Or well, get shown.
I don't care because BioWare can go fuck themselves.
What did they do?
My rant last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
BioWare can go fuck themselves. And then it will be good, and then all will be forgiven.
I have a topic for you, Jeff, and it's about how like we shit on BioWare.
Oh, great! I can't wait.
Although mine's actually related to a show that I watch, and I'll put it in the topic list. I don't care. The fans will find out about it a bit.
We'll talk about it later. But let's talk about and yeah, that's it. That's EA. Computex happened this week, boys.
Yep.
Cool products were shown.
How was it, Jeff? It sounds like it was orgasmically great, considering that you've been like
orgasmically great. There was AIOs with OLED screens in them. And now I'm looking at my Noctua and I'm like, I should upgrade my cooler to an ooh. And Derek Bauer announced like a de-lighting kit so you can do direct eye contact on your stupid 1700X or not 1700, 2800X? No, 7980X. God, CPUs are confusing. So you can do all of that stuff now. So you can actually mount the fucking cooler to the fucking die. So that way then you can get actual fucking good performance. I'm sorry, I'm a little hyped. You can also, it's also going to be better. Asus has a thing, so I can have the Beast logo, the logo I made like 14 years ago, on my fucking computer. And it has Oro support, so I'm very happy about that. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm excited about that. New cases got shown, a lot of new cases. New keyboards, hooray. Noctua now is releasing a new fan.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, you know what? You know what's a good thing? When Noctua releases a new fan, that really tells me that everything is all right in the world. Especially when they like go away from like the brown and cream color scheme. You know, that tells me that I'm living in the best timeline because the fans are changing color and they don't have RGB in them. So that's even better. Because, you know, let's be honest, we have power supplies with more RGB and fans with lots of RGB. And now we are getting hard drives, actual hard drives with RGB. So that's good. We have hard drives with RGB and more RAM with RGB. So we're getting a lot of RGB, boys and girls.
Is there going to be a point where you just get a beam of light and they point at it and go, "That's a computer," and you go, "That's a beam of light, though, but that's a computer."
No, but there is a case that runs on GIFs.
Like, so much bright lights. Like,
Like it has an OLED screen, and then you can display GIFs in it. Shut up, Josh. You want this?
I'm not sure if I do. If I go to LAN parties, sure. If at my house, no.
You want a floppy penis? You want to be that guy who goes to a LAN party with a floppy penis machine?
Does that exist? That guy gets kicked out. He gets kicked out immediately.
That's a very good machine for the Pride lands.
Okay, sure.
It's just a machine covered in dildos.
I mean, if there's
Rainbow-colored
only
dildos.
people over 18 in the LAN party, then fine.
No, there is not.
Well, someone's gonna figure out what a penis is.
14-year-old. Mommy, what's that? Oh dear God, Jimmy.
14-year-old will figure out what that is.
14-year-old would definitely know what a fucking penis is.
It's more of like a 7-year-old would be like, "What's that?"
But you can have an alien invader that moves on your PC case, so that's cool. Lots of cases, like Mallory mentioned it, and we also got announced of the new Intel i7, the 886 or 8860K.
Oh.
So Intel's 40th anniversary. This is the i7 8860. Okay. It fits an 1151 socket. It boosts to 5 gigahertz out of the box, so pretty fucking cool. And yeah, I like it. I kind of want one. Although that ended 2 days ago when AMD announced something, and Intel also did something really stupid. But we'll continue with and we'll stick with the Intel train. So Intel did an overclocking demo where they got a cooler up to Xeon chip up to 5 gigahertz as a part of their new high-end desktop platform. So because of this new high-end desktop platform, we're getting 5 gigahertz on it on a really good thing on 28 cores. And then it was promptly revealed laterwards that this thing was a behemoth. This motherboard was a behemoth with 28 MOSFETs on it, which are basically a power delivery system to vCore, and it was also running a chiller. So it was running a sub-ambient. So it was bullshit. And then AMD came out with a 32-core processor that was running on air.
Oh.
So 32 cores, Threadripper on Threadripper 2. And let me tell you, boys and girls, I had never been coming this hard in a very, very long time. Let me explain to you how hard it was for me to keep my pants not pitched from not pitching a tent. It was very difficult.
Well, to the point of that you're like just flipping your table.
I was creaming my pants the entire time.
The table was like on
The table
on the two
was
legs.
my desk was rising because my penis was growing that much.
Exactly.
So much blood was getting into the thing that my parents thought I was having a seizure, which I was, gratefully. So
You still have all your brain cells. That's good.
I don't anymore.
No,
but
you
yeah,
don't.
AMD announced the 32-core processor, and I might buy one because because let's be honest, the Beast Mark II, it could 8 times core count. That's kind of that's a big deal, boys and girls. And don't even get me started on threads. I mean, that's a whole nother story. It has 64 threads.
Right.
That's more threads than you can shake a stick at.
Well, I just can't wait for friggin' the computers of the future of like, yeah, this one figure all these complex can figure all these complex calculations and did shit with the army and blah blah blah. Then you go back and ask them, hey, can you play Far Cry on the ultimate settings yet? No. Go back to drawing board.
Hmm.
It's not good enough.
I'm actually not super excited about. Well, you know what? I'm actually not gonna comment because I'm just like, eh.
Actually, I would love to like them showcase like a brand spanking new computer, super powerful, does all these equations all at once, and then like at the end of the show or like midway through showing it off, it turns into artificial intelligence and it just comes sapient right there, and you're like, oh no, oh no, we have life. Shit.
Actually, at that point, I'd be like, kill it. Kill it with fire immediately. Like, I hate to break it, but there is no hesitation for me on the fact of just kill it. Kill it with fire now.
If you give it like no Wi-Fi, like absolutely no wireless, no ports, there's no way that thing is gonna do anything. Maybe a screen and a keyboard. Like this is the one thing. It's like if you're creating an artificial intelligence and you need a failsafe of some sort, don't give it Wi-Fi connection. Like what are you doing? And another thing is just make sure you have a power plug on that thing. Like just make sure.
Yeah. Like, here's the reason why I'm excited is because here's the reason why I'm excited is like I edit the podcast and I do some light video editing sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. 32 cores is more than I can shake a stick at. My computer is no slouch. It has a 6700K. It's a good computer. But when I can get a 32 core system going, and that just makes my performance go through the roof. Are we not talking about Computex?
Like,
I've just been phasing in and out here and there because computer talk is computer talk.
Josh is like the person who goes, "Look, I'm just going to be."
Is it faster? Yeah. Is it stronger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can it do better things than before? Yeah. Okay, great. Do you want to know more? No. That's the entirety of my. How far you have to explain it?
That's actually a pretty solid. That's a pretty fair point there.
I personally can't wait until we start talking about War for the Overlord, Overworld.
Overworld.
Because that is a game that I am playing, and God of War.
Oh, how goes that?
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, God of War is a good game. It is a good game. I found it enjoyable. Do I think that it's worth all of its acclaim? Yes, but you know what I think it's missing out on?
What?
So like the problem with God of War and stuff like that, so I just got up to the boat part and I just entered the first realm and stuff like that, is like it's not very linear. It's very linear if you stick to the path. You basically get forced down this path. The problem that I have with it and stuff like that is that the camera is way too pulled in. So it's really hard to know what's really going on. You kind of have to spin around. There's a button dedicated to spinning around. And I just find that just really annoying. So like I wish that the game wasn't much more about like managing crowds and stuff like that. Like I wish they didn't throw multiple enemies. I wish that it was a lot more tighter. Like, hey, you have this one enemy and then here's another one and here's another one and stuff like that. Like I wish that it would let me deal with that and stuff like
I
that.
don't
And
know
that's
how I
not
feel, but I actually, in my opinion, I actually love the fact that it's a very pulled in and very tight camera.
it is a
Because,
very pulled in and tight camera, but the problem is that like then it becomes a crowd controlling issue.
well, yeah, but like the old god, like even the old Gods of War, you always had this big pulled back camera, but
Yeah.
like that was the difference. Is it was meant to be a hack and slash game. This one,
Yeah.
whereas now this one is a bit more like, as I say, as you said, like
Personal.
crowd control and like close quarter melee stuff. So you feel like it's no. I need to figure out how I'm going to fight this situation without overextending myself, and that's how you like.
Pretty much.
Um,
And
but the thing for me is that I'm actually okay with how tight and pulled in it is because it allows you to, well, technically, like you're fighting, you have to be paying attention to how like the icons that pop up around Kratos and like your health bar and stuff like that. So the camera being pulled in very tight isn't a very bad thing.
mhm. Yeah, you're right by that because like the thing with it is because the game is like basically sitting there and because it's so pulled in and stuff like that, it's very much more personal and stuff like that. Like it doesn't feel like you're controlling this avatar of war. It feels like you're in a character's shoes and stuff like that. And I'm just mainly complaining because that's a thing that I'm doing. It's a nitpick, but it is a complaint and stuff like that. And to address your point about like crowd control and stuff like that, I don't know, man. Like I kind of just feel as if that it would have been better with without that sort of style. Like I just feel as if like I don't understand. I actually no. Here's what I would have done is I would have pulled in the camera for all of those personal moments and stuff like that, and then when it's combat, I would have pulled it out just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just so you kind of like the Batman combat and stuff like that. Would have done that a little bit more because that combat works and it's very well done and stuff like that. And I feel as if God of War comes close, but it doesn't hit the mark all that well. So yeah, that's my complaint. I don't know, Alan. You're gonna play it soon.
I plan to I'm gonna wait till like later this season, like to get a PS4, and then I'm gonna buy a
I hear it's on sale for $29.99. So
God of War.
yep,
Where?
on PlayStation Store. So
Yeah, I can believe that. I'd actually, I'm not gonna lie, like that is the plan is for me to pick it up this summer. I'm probably gonna wait till maybe August before I pick it up, and then I'm just gonna power play it when I get the chance. Like, just throw myself at that game and go, I will suffer through this madness again.
you will be like sitting there, be like, oh!
Yeah, less so that, more so, just
Mm.
wanting to get. Like that's the thing is I like how tight that camera is and stuff like that. I like and I from what I've seen I like the controller setup for like how the controls are. I feel like from what I've seen they're very tight, very responsive, and almost immediate in how they do it.
Mhm.
I also love the fact that even though this game has been entirely spoiled for me because I watched Jack's Let's Play, I have a sneaky suspicious feeling that I'm going to just straight up enjoy that game nonstop.
You are, I think. I can see you enjoying it and stuff like that. You seem like somebody who would probably enjoy a more closely guarded story, if that makes sense. All right.
Yep.
Boy,
Mhm. Anyways, what else do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about the big one?
Anthem.
No, because Anthem. Because I'm probably gonna watch the EA Players Conference, feel very sad.
Oh, it's so fucking
Eh.
boring.
What? It's so boring.
It's trust me, I saw some re-uploads of it, and oh fuck, it's so boring. It's
Here's what I'm expecting from Anthem is, hey guys, we made an Iron Man Destiny game, and then me being like, okay, cool, and then I'm just waiting for that shoe to fucking drop. Because I know it's going to drop. I just don't know when. And I don't know how bad it's going to be. Because, like, I'm expecting, like, Destiny 2 levels of droppage. Because it's EA and I don't trust them and I think that they're a terrible company. And quite frankly, I think that they prefer money more than most things. Kind of like how Bungie has been as of late. But you know what, Bungie, they made one of my favorite franchises. I'm just never going to sit there and say fuck you, Bungie. But EA, fuck EA. They can go to fucking burn themselves.
I think that this game is gonna turn
I'm
out.
just wait.
It's gonna turn out to be okay, if not good. But
I
don't think the splash that they want is gonna be there, like, at all.
I think what's probably going to happen is that it's going to come out.
I have to agree with Josh on that one. I don't think the splash is going to be there for them because they.
It's the generic video card robots game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing wrong with it. It looks cool. I probably will give it a go if my brother ever gets a copy of the game. But at the same time, it's like, I feel nothing. I feel nothing at all. Like, I don't feel no hype. I don't feel like I want to play it. I feel like I want to stare at it for 10 minutes, and then I'll be like, that's my fill, and I'm going to walk out the room. Like, that's kind of the same reaction to me seeing freaking famous people at a con. It's like, do you want to go meet them? No, I can see them from 20 feet away. I'm good. It's like, yeah, I don't want to pay them money. I just want to see them, and that's it.
Here's my question. In a world where Darling in the Franxx exists, in a world where Warframe exists, you make a video game that has generic video card robots. Here, let me find a picture of generic video card robots.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, I'm not sure how far they can go with their costume design. Because if you compare it to Warframe that had years and years of content, I don't know how you're going to compare here. Like, I really don't know how.
It's going to depend on how they do it, though. Like, if they do it like the way that I think they're going to end up doing it, which is going to be less like Warframe and more like
a bad Destiny.
No, I don't think it's going to be a bad Destiny. I think it's going to be more of a actual story game Destiny. So, in other words, an actual good game.
So a bet like Destiny but good.
Yes, Destiny, but good. I also do think that the way they could make it.
Hey, Destiny was okay, guys.
Tell me. I don't know. We don't have time to explain how good Destiny is, okay? We just don't have to.
Here's what I'm going to say. Okay? Is that Destiny is a fine game. It's everything on the periphery of Destiny that's fucked.
So you mean the story, the game, the
No, I mean
the
all
character
of the
designs, the fact that all their tech tree.
No. I mean, this is what I mean. I mean all of the microtransactions and everything like that. The game is fine. It's the microtransactions bullshit. It's the way they handled the DLC that is bullshit. It's the fact that, like, you basically needed the season pass in order to get all of the content.
Or how you basically need to keep grinding for skin colors.
No, you know what? Here's my argument for that: is I was fine with that.
That is it like an easy drop or a hard?
Sucks.
Is it an easy drop or a hard drop?
I filled up on them recently, so it's very easy.
Okay, so you can at
Every
least get
single time
you can at least get a color combination that you feel happy with.
Yeah, every single time you do something and like you get a legendary, I think you get a shader with it.
Oh, that's okay, but still, the last game you can just do whatever.
And you, like, on top of that, you're also leveling up. So like every single time you level up, past like level 20, you get you get a box, and inside that box you usually get shaders as well. So it's there. It's just bullshit and stuff like that. I don't know. I would have preferred it if the way Destiny monetized was if they sat there and they said, "Hey, we have these skins and stuff like that you can get, or you can grind them out and stuff like that and earn enough glimmer to buy them, or you can pay silver for them," and that would have been fine. Yeah, that like have dance emotes and have like crazy unique stuff like that would be cool. But they tried to do that, and then they were like loot boxes, and it's like fuck off. But yeah, that's my complaint. But yeah, I don't know what Anthem's going to be. I'm expecting the worst.
I'm right now a little indifferent towards Anthem because I'm hoping beyond all hope that Bungie does the thing that I want them to, or not Bungie, 343 with I think it's
Halo 5.
It's Monday. Monday
Yeah.
is Microsoft's. I'm hoping they at least announce it. They don't give a date. We just get an announcement of like when it's coming. Like 2020, I'd be like, oh, or 2019 or early 2020 or something like that. I'd be like, no, I'm okay with that because that means they've been working on the game for 4 years at that point.
Yeah.
Which is, I think what they kind of need to do.
I just hope Halo 5's good.
Halo 6.
Yeah.
There's the Halo still a thing? Yeah, I guess it's still a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else is another thing?
Mhm.
Battlegrounds. Battlegrounds in your freaking Wild Wild West. Battlegrounds in your battlegrounds in your there's gonna be battlegrounds in your toilet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a battlegrounds under your shoe. There's gonna be a battlegrounds in your pockets. Check your pockets. You got a battlegrounds in there. Just every fucking company's making a battlegrounds. So fucking, god damn it. This half of E3 is gonna be we're making a battlegrounds.
Yeah. It is true. A lot of E3 is going to be filled with like Battlegrounds crap.
So here's my concept for the game. Okay, I'll start from a helicopter. And we parachute out, right? But the twist is, they're all female. Ship it.
No.
That sounds like a lot. That sounds like most of Hollywood nowadays. We make a movie. We make Ocean's 12, but all ladies.
Ugh.
Or freaking what's that Family Guy joke with the writer of like this lamp is a ghost.
Oh, Stephen Hawking.
No,
not Stephen Hawking. Stephen King.
Stephen King is like, and it's haunted. Are you out of ideas, Stephen King? When do I have the story by? It's just frick. It's slowly just going down the path of like, oh fuck, this thing's so popular. Jump on it.
The big thing I'm actually really, really worried about is I don't know anymore. I'm just.
Yeah.
It's like a football that just got out and someone with like a fumble tackle and everyone's like fucking dogpile the shit on this.
Pretty much.
Although I've heard was it totally accurate Battlegrounds? I've heard it's actually like entertainingly stupid. Just like a totally accurate other shit.
Mhm.
Because what was it?
Oh, so I watched a video today about John Boyega. This is the most immersive World War II game ever. This is the most. They said that like 8 times in the video, and I'm just like,
We made a World War II game, boys. You totally don't have to pay attention, but there's a major problem. A lot of people died, and a lot of them were men, and
almost
99%,
almost all of them were
men, especially on the front line. And the only people who were serving World War II that were women and children on the front line were Russian snipers and Russians during sieges.
and French partisans and stuff like that.
And French partisans, so French resistance. What? Did they do the thing where they sat there and said, "Forget about your history class"?
Yeah.
They did do that on stage?
No, he didn't say that. Pretty much like the most accurate game ever. And just like,
I find that hard to believe. It's
Yep.
Yay. Good job, guys.
Yeah. High five.
So do we want to predict about E3? E3.
Well, I predict Battlegrounds.
I predict
I predict E3 itself as a battleground.
I predict a new battle Doom.
There could be a new Doom.
I predict a new Doom. I also predict that people will have a problem with new Doom. I also predict that there will be either a new Halo or Gears of War at Microsoft.
I would be surprised if there was a new Gears of War.
I would not be, but I would be surprised if there isn't a new Gears of War. And I also predict a massive shift where all of the previous Xbox games, so Sunset Overdrive, Master Chief Collection, become free with Game Pass. So $12.99 a month and stuff like that, and become Play Anywhere. And Allan's going to sit there and say no, and he's going to sit there and disagree with me, and I'm going to be really, really sad.
For me right now, it's mostly going to depend upon like how do they
do that?
Well, no, because the Xbox One right now is not doing all that well. And the way I see them going about this is honestly just them kind of like putting out like hopefully some new games that are just exclusive to the Xbox, but at the same time, like, I don't know. That's what I'm hoping is just Xbox exclusive games, because they're like as much as I love the fact that I'm getting all these Xbox games on PC through the Xbox store, I think they really need to do the smart thing, and that's make some exclusive ones.
They also are announcing there's also a new Dead or Alive, so that's cool. I don't care that much because Dead or Alive has always been second fiddle to Tekken, which has sexy vampire ladies.
I've kind of always
Mortal Kombat, which has sexy devil ladies.
Are you saying if
and Street Fighter, which has sexy men.
Let's say like for DOA, I always have a soft spot for that. It's just for some reason the gameplay I always find super entertaining of just smashing people through walls and do weird shit. I hope that game's good and it looks okay. Although there's another title that was a Digital Devolver is kind of showed just an image, but people are super hype about that. It's possibly the Metal Wolf Chaos coming out for like
What's Metal Wolf Chaos?
yeah. So they someone actually got the licensing to that weird game that never came out here, even though it was meant to, but they never did. What was it? It's
Okay.
made from Soft. It was like an action, basically an action. It was like Bayonetta-esque, but you're in a mech, and basically it's your giant oversized mech with guns, and you're the president of the United States trying to fight against the your vice president because the vice president wants to take it over.
I have no idea.
It's it's a very entertaining game. I suggest you look up YouTube videos on it because it's so fucking funny. Like the voice acting, the what you're doing to to freaking like the speed runs of this game are also pretty entertaining to watch too because it turns out you can just fly over everything. Like everything about this game is just super entertaining, but the company themselves, FromSoft, they back in the day they're meant to port it over to the States to be like, oh, for the Xbox, make money, it'd be great. But they turned out like they did some testing with some United States audience, and it's like, the fuck is this shit? Why is it so weird? And it's like, oh no, we failed. So they never brought it over. So now Digital Devolver picking up the torch, this old rusty torch, and it's like, we're gonna fucking take it all the way home. And people are fucking.
We're gonna do this, boys.
Yeah. So it's like, we're gonna do this, and you can finally get a copy of this game that's not worth $500 fucking dollars. Like, it's great.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So I can't wait for that to show up out of nowhere. What else? I don't know. Did Nintendo even tease anything? No, that's not Nintendo shtick.
I think Nintendo is going to announce either a new Pokemon game, or they're going to announce the Pokemon game that they already have. Bethesda. We already talked about Bethesda. I talked about EA. Square Enix.
What do you think Sony's gonna do?
Hey guys, like, aren't we awesome? We still make single player games. Yes, Sony, you still make single player games. Yes, and here's another single player game. It's Horizon 2. Okay, cool, Sony.
I don't know how. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think Horizon sold enough.
I think that Sony doesn't care.
Yeah, I guess that's a valid point.
That's a valid point. Yeah.
I don't think Sony cares. And besides, the thing with Horizon is that everyone at the time it came out, like right around the time that an existential crisis game that was like super fucking popular came out. So
yeah. And
everyone was sitting there being like, no, buy Nier Automata, it's better. And it was. And it was good. No, I think Horizon 2, I mean, has a lot to give that world and stuff like that. I think it's really cool that they did robot dinosaurs. But
I from what I've heard, is the story was very, very just bland.
Yeah.
Very, very boring. And
it is.
Really not all that interesting. And that's the reason why I don't think it's going to like get a sequel.
Here's what the game needs is they need to sit there and it's like, it's just slow, and it's Far Cry, and it's like slow, and it's nothing interesting. And the thing with Far Cry is you have insanity. Like, it's rampant, like go. Do this, now do this, now do this, now do this. Horizon's like, why am I doing this? Oh, okay, I'm doing this because I want to. Okay. It's not like God of War where it's just like we have to go to the 9th realm and do this thing so we can go back and do this thing. It's like, oh, okay. So like that's one of the things I think. I think they're going to show more Days Gone. I hope that they're going to show I hope that they show more Last of Us 2, so I can be disappointed when it comes out. The gameplay sucks.
I don't think The Last of Us was all that good of a game originally. Like, it has a good story. I don't think the gameplay is all that worth it, though.
That's the thing that I think everyone sits there and says, is that this gameplay is terrible. And I would agree with that. I think that they're either going to announce another IP or they're going to do the feel good thing and announce like something stupid like Spyro or something like that.
Well, Spyro's already been announced.
Microsoft, we're going to.
What they might
Mhm.
do is maybe remaster. Oh, what's the third one in that group? Because like a bunch of people are like, oh, we want like a bunch of people are like Spyro's being remastered and this game's being remastered. And like somebody was like suggested like the third one, like it's a big like one of the old core PS1 games that came out with like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. I'm just trying to remember. Is it Jack and Daxter? Yeah, it might have been Jack and Daxter that people were suggesting.
Jack and Daxter, I think that they need to do a reboot on.
I think they need to do. I think they need to do a bit of a reboot as well as a remastering. I would
Yeah.
love to play the original Jack and Daxters in like not even 4K, just 1080p, and just like loving every second of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of that game that still holds up to the test of time because of
Oh yeah.
because of style and style of grace that it has, and it has no funny face.
hmm
And what else?
Oh, and it has some fantastic humor in it too, where it's just like 10 out of 10. Like, all I want is pants, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I love this game. I would love to see Jack and Daxter 1, 2, and 3 get remastered. I'd love to see Jack and Daxter get a sequel where they're like exploring the world and like all that stuff. But I don't think Jack and Daxter's ever getting a new game. If they do, it's going to be like a spin-off style game, so it might not be all that like really, really good.
Mhm.
Not sure what else.
Oh, I want to. I want to reset and redo on what's it called? Jumpin' Flash?
Yeah, Jump and Flash.
Yeah, I want
Jumpin'
that
Flash?
original PlayStation title to make its comeback.
Oh,
Frick.
I have never heard of that game, so like
It's the
you are like
dude. Okay, so Jumpin' Flash is like one of the very first-person shooter things on a console. Like the first. So when you play it, you're like, wow, this is so old to the point of like you're up and down looking is I think it's on the shoulder buttons. So and
Oh.
you play of course this is very early and this is for the PlayStation, so you're doing your movement, you're doing your strafing and stuff like that, but then and then in order to, accurately, look at your opponent and stuff like that, it's like, oh, you have to use shoulder buttons, so that's kind of awkward. And then you start realizing how easy the game is once you get over that hump of how awkward that up using the shoulder buttons is. And it's like, wow, this game has like little to nothing to do. And it's like, yeah. It's literally the first ever like home console first person shooter, like that came out so early, like real early. Like it's almost impressive. But really, just naming Jumpin' Jack or naming Jumpin' Flash like just nowadays is like reminisce how you played that game for the first time. You got so confused with the controls.
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember. I think that Microsoft's going to announce a couple of new IPs. I don't know for sure, but I think they're going to do that.
And I hope they cancel them.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Hey guys, here's these
Bethesda-
really cool games we're gonna announce. Cool, and we're totally gonna cancel them. Yeah! Woo!
But Bethesda, we already kind of know what they're doing.
well, okay.
Rage 2.
We know they're doing something with like, of course, Fallout 76, that being a fucking massive multiplayer game. Fucking god damn it.
They're doing Rage 2.
Are they doing Rage 2?
They're doing Rage 2.
I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
That is not the worst one they could have that is the not the worst game they could have chosen for that. But at the same time, I think I would have preferred seeing
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Like
just
I think right now what I want Bethesda to do is to release a proper single player Elder Scrolls game. Because I keep seeing, what is it, Somerset, the new one that's coming out here soon. It has griffins in it, and I'm like, oh, that hurts me because I really want to play that game just to see griffins that actually look like griffins in the game. But I know I'm not going to because it's a fucking massive multiplayer online game.
mm,
Yeah. I don't know what else I can sit there and say.
I don't know.
Oh, here's another prediction. Square Enix is going to announce something, and I'm not going to care. Ubisoft is going to announce something, and I'm not going to care. And Nintendo is going to announce some stuff, and
Nintendo's
I'm going
to walk out on stage, wave their hands a bit, make a funny joke or two, and then walk off stage, and everybody's gonna be like, Nintendo. And they'll be prepared to give Nintendo a hand job for the next 6 months. But then again, Nintendo always deserves the fucking hand jobs because holy fuck, whenever they come out on stage and announce a game or anything related to their anything of their franchises, it's always just like, yes, this is great.
Kingdom Hearts 3 apparently has been announced.
That's been announced for a long time.
And it finally has a release date, according to somebody.
Yeah.
Nintendo, here's what I predict for Nintendo is they're going to come out, they're going to say new Splatoon content, they're going to say new Mario Kart content, and they're going to say new
Smash
new
Bros.
They're going to
content.
showcase some of Smash.
And then Smash Bros is going to be announced, and then they're going to drop their pants, point to their penis,
Smash Bros.
and say suck.
No. Smash Bros has been announced. Kingdom Hearts 3 has been announced. I think what they're going to do is they're going to show off some Smash content. They're going to show off new Splatoon content, like you said, and new. Wow, sorry. They might announce the other Pokemon game because it's been confirmed that new one that coming out, Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, those are sideline ones.
Yeah.
Those are like to the side projects, and we're like, oh. When we learned that, we were like, interesting. That is a fantastic news to learn because holy shit, man, like that's a fantastic thing to have said to us.
And there's another quote that came directly from I forget who from Game Freak said it, but it's one from the higher ups saying like, yeah, the next core game is going to be what a lot of people really want, and it's like, oh, so you mean all this like this easy ass shit you keep putting in the game was because it's like, oh, this is going to be someone's first game type of shit? And as you always keep going, like, couldn't they just put an option there saying like, yeah, I don't want to learn this because I know what I'm doing, but they kind of have to shove that in there because it's like someone's gonna be playing this game for the first time. But now it sounds like it's finally boiling down to like, okay, so a lot of our players are getting older and they still play our goddamn game. So why don't we actually tune it to the older player? So it's like, yes, it's gonna be fucking great. We're gonna have all the shit we want. Finally.
They're gonna finally cause.
Personally, what I would love to actually really see is, I would actually just love to see them just like give a proper sense of the word to the skip X function thing that you keep saying.
Yeah, like the tutorial bullshit things.
As much as I enjoy it in some games, I do think what they needed to do was is actually like just make that a function where it's like, we're at the start of the game. Are you is this your first time playing Pokemon? And you just answer yes, no, and then you just like go through like they make the game go a heck of a lot faster.
Yeah, like at least the first section of the game would be so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I would say as later iterations of Pokemon, they kind of made that better and better, but at the same time, it's still slow. Like, just to get through and
Oh
just be
god,
like,
so Sun and Moon.
yeah.
The Sun and Moon was the worst offender out of all of them. Recently.
Although Sun and Moon Ultimate, they fixed that entirely.
Oh yeah, no, like you fucking just boom, you're done. You're done the first area. Go,
Yeah.
keep going, and you're like, that's great. That's what the original Sun and Moon needed. They didn't need like this slow wind up grind like they did. They could have just like done like
Here's a Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian culture.
It's not even that. Like the problem, my biggest problem with it is the fact that they failed to commit to get us to do like essentially what is like getting us into the motion of battling and stuff like that very fast. Instead, we had to go through a school, we had to go fight a police officer, we had to go deal with some side quest stuff, and it was just like, we get that this is important. I think I would rather be like actually going for like the totem Pokemon / shims. But at the same time, I'm like, God damn it, Game Freak.
Yeah. But really, I think they know what they're doing.
I don't think they do.
Oh, I think they do.
I hope they do. Is that everyone? Is that our E3 predictions?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, I played one other game, and then we got more shit. Josh, did you play a game?
Gee, did I play a game?
Did you play Warframe again?
I may have.
What's new?
Yeah, it's, right now it's just grinding for trying to get was it the premium parts or prime parts for trying to get prime Warframes? Because it turns out, if you have a Warframe that gets all the way up to a level, I'm not sure if you can do it with primes or regular, but you can do a whole bunch of more shit in the game because I'm past a hump or I guess a story hump in Warframe that once you get past a certain check mark in the game, there's a whole other level of stuff that you can learn and you can upgrade and another leveling tree. So now I'm like, oh shit, I kind of need more premium shit so I can take advantage of this stuff. And just right now I'm just playing it and playing it on my own pace and grinding my life away a bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a faster way of doing it, and it involves, team members of team members, which I don't have. So I'm just going through it.
Mm-hmm.
Did I play anything else?
I didn't really get a chance to play anything this week. I had fucking, out of a 6-day work week, I had 4 15-hour days this week. I had a 14, and today was the only like 8-hour day I had. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm just looking through my Steam list, and I'm like, geez, it feels like I should actually play one of these things. But it feels like that's just, I don't know, should happen, but not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I just remembered. I actually installed Bloodstained: The Curse of the Moon. It's basically the weird demake of Castlevania, or the new Castlevania game, or Bloodstained Castle. The new Bloodstained thing Kickstarter that happened.
Yeah.
So they made a demake, and then they put that out, and they're like, "Hey, here's this mini game. Here's a smaller game that is referencing the bigger game that's going to be coming out soon. So play this and tie yourselves over for a bit." And it's super competent, like Castlevania game. If anything, I would say it's a bit cheap, but it looks pretty sweet, and it has a changing of characters mechanic and all that stuff.
Yep. Yep, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Bloodstain looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Alan, you play anything, or are you just hating
No,
yourself?
I already told you I didn't get to play anything. I might jump on and play some like World of Warships in a bit, but I didn't get to play any games this week.
Mm-hmm.
Because life is getting in the way.
Life always
Work
gets
is
in his
getting in
way.
the way.
Damn you, life. I would shoot you in the face, but
I personally I don't care right now. It's not the worst thing that could have happened to me.
So I am playing War for the Overworld, which is basically Dungeons Master or Dungeon Builder, whatever. But good. What good?
War for the Overworld, eh?
Yeah.
Just kind of want to see what the gameplay looks like.
How are you supposed to know?
No, I'm just looking. Like I said, I want to see what the gameplay looks like.
It's basically exactly what you think it looks like.
It looks like a dungeon crawler.
It isn't.
Strategy, RTS, indie, god game, fantasy. Oh yeah, no, I don't want to touch this game. Not because it doesn't look like a good game. I just don't think I don't think it's a game for me because it looks like it's just set up to be like you build yep. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's basically a dungeon crawler that you build your own dungeon and just hold. Oh well.
oh well.
To each their own.
It's kind of what I'm thinking. Like it's okay. The other thing, I think it's good. It's about it because of the cynical bread sale and stuff like that. Yes, listener, we're still going to deal with things and repercussions and stuff like that. It's a pretty good game. I don't know why I didn't purchase it earlier. I quite like it.
You're like, man, I was dumb.
Yeah.
I think that's a podcast. I think because we're all
well,
like,
we have one more topic, Alan.
what is this topic?
Extra credit sexual harassment lawsuit.
Oh yeah. So extra credits had a thing get. So a couple weeks ago, I think last week, Dan, like the original creator of the show, Dan, left the show.
Dan. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, there's something going on here. But I just thought he was like, I just need to move on to bigger, better stuff. And then I don't know if it's 100% true. I'm waiting for confirmation. But James, the game designer who was part of it, I'll see if I can get the link. He has been accused, as of right now, of sexual assault or sexual misconduct with the crew and stuff like that. And I'm actually like a little like I like. Here we go. And I don't know. From what I actually do think like this girl is being legit about this because like like I don't know.
Just don't know what to believe anymore.
Here's the thing, and stuff like that. And I don't want to sit there and say that. I don't want to come off as being condescending, because that doesn't help anyone. Apparently, they hired a third-party HR firm, and the HR firm found nothing. That doesn't mean anything to me. What means something to me is that is this going to be something that comes out in 3 years that, yes, this all did happen, and that's kind of the concern I'm having. I don't think extra credits is... I personally don't care for the show and stuff like that. I think there's sometimes produce interesting content and stuff like that, like saying games should be $80, which they are here. And I don't think that most people sit there and like that doesn't change the facts and stuff like that. It actually, if anything, it makes me want to wait for sales a lot more. But what I am going to sit there and say is that I'm going to say this. Consequences of it coming out and stuff like that and all of this stuff coming out is a lot worse and stuff like that. I don't know what to believe right now. I want to wait until there's an actual evidence and stuff like that. And I would hope to God that they actually present evidence that says that this happened and stuff like that. But I don't think anyone's lying in this situation. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of cruel and mean people online. Look at Anita Sarkeesian.
You mean the person who started Comic Gate 2.0?
Yeah, a person who did a lot of terrible things and stuff like that. She would be the definition of evil in my head, in my face. But these are actual gamer girls and stuff like that, and they're being sexually harassed by people.
Yeah.
And that's kind of disgusting. According. Apparently.
Currently, unconfirmed. That's
unconfirmed. There we go.
Well,
so yeah,
we'll wait. I'm gonna wait until if charges are laid, and then we'll like see how the situation goes. Yeah. That's how I think it's gonna be.
I think that's the important thing. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a podcast.
Anyway, I think that's a podcast. You can listen to us every Thursday on the blackmangames.podbean.com. You can also watch us on YouTube. And you can also talk to us on or you can also listen to us on any podcast app of your choosing. I hope you enjoyed the show and have a great night. Thank you, and have a good night.